For people who haven't been living under a rock for the last couple of years, Don Broco are without a doubt one of the biggest up-and-coming groups in British rock music. Their third album, Technology, was released on February the 2nd, 2018, to rave reviews. Featuring popular singles such as Pretty, Technology, Stay Ignorant, Come Up to LA, and previous Raw #1, Tightrope, Don Broco are a band that are going places. When Raw Music offered me the opportunity to speak to Simon and Tom, the guitarist and bass player of Don Broco, before their show at Birmingham Academy on Thursday the 15th, I jumped at it. After all, this was a band who just charted at number 5 on the UK album chart. It wouldn't be long before Don Broco went stratospheric, so I grasped the chance with both hands. I was amazed to find a solid group of 50 hardcore fans waiting outside the venue 2.5 hours before doors opened, and 5 hours before Don Broco were due on stage. I was amazed by their dedication, and I was about to be amazed by Simon and Tom.
Barnaby from Raw, and I'm here with Simon and Tom from Don Broco before their gig at Birmingham Academy. How are you doing, guys?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, very good.
Excellent. So, your first sort of headline tour for a year or so, you did play headline just part of Manny Pally in 2017. So, because back in Birmingham, do you like playing here? You know, sort of birthplace of rock and roll?
Love playing. We played this venue because there's so many tiers to the academy. We really have climbed it over the years. So we started playing shows obviously 3, and then moved up to 2, and now to play Academy 1. We've done it a couple of times before, but it's an amazing room. We've seen a lot of great bands here as fans, so it's amazing to get to play them.
Fantastic. So yeah, obviously this is the tour for Technology. You obviously played quite a few of the tracks at the Manny Pally show. We've had sort of 5 or 6 that came out up until the big day, and you think your Tightrope came out literally the day before. Are there any tracks that you've been really looking forward to and enjoying playing that you perhaps couldn't play at the time before the album came out?
There's probably still a few more that we want to get into the set that aren't quite there yet, that we're kind of definitely on the list for the end of this tour or down the line. So,
I very much enjoyed playing Porky's and the new record we haven't played before.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Me and all my friends I've met, we didn't. Is that pronounced Y?
Yeah.
It's Jensen, right? Yeah. There we go.
So we've been having a good time playing some of the new ones. We haven't had a chance to play yet.
Absolutely. What kind of is your kind of favourite what are your favourite tracks to play live, just generally?
T-shirt song at the moment feels like a really, really good one to play. It's always got a great kind of atmosphere when we play it. Like the crowd's always really electrically responds in a good way. It's got that kind of really awesome, kind of emotive final closing moment to the set. So that's a really, really good one I think at the moment for us. Yeah.
Nice. So obviously it's been quite a long period for this album. So obviously we had everybody in summer 2016, and then the album came out a couple of weeks ago now, fortnight tomorrow I think.
Yeah.
Was that all part of the same process? So when everybody was kind of dropped, that was obviously your debut on Sharptone and you switched over. Was that always going to be one of the singles from Technology, or was it just sort of like, well, we've got this song, everyone likes it, it's got a great dance, should we put it on?
We didn't really know. We just it was quite liberating being on a new label. We didn't have to follow the kind of release structures that we've had to adhere to in the past, being on majors, and so it was very much, we've written a song, do we like it? Yes. Should we put it out? Yes. And so we were able to release stuff in a more kind of like organic way than we had before, rather than having to score up a whole album's worth and then disappear for 2 years and come back with a whole album. It was like, well, we've got songs, let's release it and keep working in the meantime.
So it's kind of you kind of see it come together as the kind of different songs came out. So as Pretty comes out, as Technology comes out.
Yeah. But then we were faced with the question of, we've released these songs already, do we put them on the album? But because they were songs that we are very, very proud of, we didn't just want them kind of floating in the ether between albums, we wanted to put them on a body of work. So even though the album ended up being long by some standards, we thought it's better to have all the tracks on there than just to have, tracks floating around kind of mid-album, between albums. So,
You've answered my next question for me. I was going to say, how's it been kind of having this sort of hour-long kind of? I mean, it's compared to your Dream Theatres or something like that. It's obviously nothing, but it hasn't. So obviously because it was more organic, you didn't. I suppose that kind of result of the creative process. So before kind of priorities, automatic sort of 40 minutes, 35 minutes, because it was kind of very like we're writing an album now.
Yeah, I mean those records were definitely written with that more kind of album body of work in mind. It's like, okay, we've got 12 songs, sweet, let's put them out. Whereas this one,
field.
yeah. Whereas this one, we just had a bunch of songs that we thought, they're all good tracks. Let's just smack them on.
So with regards to some of the lyrical content and stuff, and just generally musically, it's been kind of an evolution, you can certainly say. You've got sort of tracks like, obviously Tightrope, which has a very emotive story behind it. You've got sort of Good Listener, like Surveillance. I heard a rumour that Porky's was about Brexit, I don't know if that's true or not.
Brexit is an issue which is touched on within the lyrical content of a couple of the songs on the record.
Yeah.
Probably more notably Something to Drink.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah.
Was there a kind of a conscious effort to kind of look at sort of these kind of bigger issues, or was it just something that kind of came out?
It's just the way, Rob writes all the lyrics, and we're very much the kind of consultant role when it comes to lyrical content. And Rob always writes about things which have either happened to him or happened to close friends of his and experiences which make him feel something. And obviously being the age we are and the time we live in, there are certain kind of socio-political things which have happened in the last couple of years, which have been like a really big deal for us and for our kind of peer group and younger people. And it would be almost remiss of Bobby not to touch on them because they're such huge aspects of our lives in the last couple of years. So I think it was a conscious thing where he sat down and was like, I'm going to make a political statement here with this record. But as they're topics which have so weighed on our and his minds, it would be remiss not to include him,
yeah. So with regards to kind of the musical side of things, still, obviously there's a lot of Don Broco's out there, but then again there is still there's some slightly different elements, sort of synthy elements, and then some also really heavy elements, There's a kind of almost sort of thug workout vibes on some of the tracks, like Breakdown and Corpus, for example. Again, was that kind of because you could have more fun with it? You kind of thought, obviously there is the Don Broco sound, and that's obviously still very evident there. But were there any influences in particular you took when you were kind of sort of branching out a little bit?
Probably the main thing was just to ensure that we had songs that we really enjoyed playing live and that people would respond to in a live arena, and not to kind of just confine it to I'm just sitting listening to this in my room. Enjoy it in that sense. So it had to be something that had loads of energy, loads of fun.
And the electronic side of music is something which we all really enjoy. Those elements of production is something which we've been exploring more and more as a band. And from the early days where we never used to use any of that stuff, it was very much kind of guitar, drums and bass in a room. Now, like our kind of tastes and our interests have kind of gone down this path, and it's just so exciting to get to fuse those different elements of music with the kind of traditional Don Broco nature of the sound, the guitar, drums and bass is something that we really enjoy doing. And luckily it's something that people seem to enjoy us doing now. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And last question, any surprises on the set list tonight? So I'm going to after the show, so at least no.
Are we playing Greatness tonight?
I don't think we are tonight.
Okay, then no, not tonight.
Partly because our lighting guys haven't had a chance to program any other things, so
we've never actually
be flying blind otherwise. But
we've never actually done what we're doing on this tour, but now we're learning songs from the album in sound checks. We haven't had the opportunity to actually learn a lot of the songs from the record before we went out on the road. So in sound checks we're kind of rehearsing songs, and then when they're at a point where we're playing, we're just thinking in the set. So people never know when they're going to get a surprise. It's kind of the point where like, are we good enough to play this one yet?
I guess if you come to the start of the tour, then you might be getting less songs.
People in Aberdeen are going to get the whole works.
Yeah.